As a musician and a producer, I exercise my freedom of religion and freedom of speech on a weekly basis. In this nation, we're fortunate that we have the First Amendment, which affords us the opportunity to have freedom of speech, the freedom of press, and the freedom of assembly, which I believe are subtopics to the freedom of religion. This production is not the promotion or the protest of a war. It's about thanking the veterans, the people that served, to protect the First Amendment.
Thank you, David. One of the most rewarding things that I get to do every year is to make the trip from Ontario, California to Washington, D.C., called Run for the Wall. It's a time to honor and to welcome home the veterans who served our country. Many of them did not get the welcome that they deserved 30 years ago when they come home from fighting for our country. And what healing that I watched as we seen the overpasses with people standing on them and saying, "Welcome home, veterans, thanks for serving." As we sat around the campfires and listened to their stories, as we shared meals together, we visited veterans hospitals and watched the healing of God flow into these men and women's lives as they put their arms around others, as they stood around the wall in Washington, D.C., and wept together, as you watch them as they come out of the restaurants and hugging each other and thanking each other. And it's just an awesome thing to watch God move in these men and women's lives that were so faithful to serve our country. As I was coming across the country, it burdened my heart as I saw that there was no indication from the church that we wanted to say thank you for the freedom of religion. It was burning hard in my soul. And then standing at a veterans hospital, a 3-war veteran asked me, "Where's the church? Didn't we fight for the freedom of religion?" All I could tell him was that we was going to do our best to have something next year to where that we could say, "Welcome home. Thanks for serving." I asked God for a way to express our thanks to these veterans for serving and welcome them home. And I discovered that there were churches that would like to express that thanks, but one thing, they didn't even know this happened, and secondly, they didn't have a clue on how to do it. So we have designed 4 ways that we can get out there and express this love and appreciation. The first one is we're going to have a team of people that will travel all the way across the nation. We'll sleep with them. We will share food with them. We'll listen to their stories around the campfire. We'll be a light that God intended for us to be to them. The second way is that we will have a trailer that will travel across the country with us. And at each gas stop, we will open it up and we will serve Gatorade and water and snacks. And on the back of that trailer, it will say, "These churches in America, thank you for serving. Welcome home." The third way is we will encourage churches to make banners, step into their parking lot on Sunday morning that we travel across their area, or to step out on a route, on an overpass, and hold that banner up high and say, "Thanks for serving. Welcome home, the churches of America." The fourth way that we're going to do this is that we're going to have a campfire in Washington, D.C. while we're waiting on the Rolling Thunder Parade. This is when there will be over 500,000 motorcycles on the Pentagon parking lot. And we will set up in the campground and serve burgers to those camping with us. That's where I had the opportunity last year for a soldier to come up to me and say, "I don't know what it is that you have, but would you please pray for me?" I believe that God has a way for us to touch these wonderful men and women of our country. We have a voice that's out there speaking against them. And I don't believe it's a voice that we want to promote or that we would want to support. All we want to do is to go out and say, "God loves you and we love you." I want to encourage you to be a part this year of this Run for the Wall. I believe that it will bring healing to our soldiers of the past. It'll bring confidence to our soldiers of the present, and it'll bring hope to the soldiers of our future.
We thank you for listening and for your time. If you have an interest in becoming involved, please visit the website, or there's also a number there to call. Thanks, and be blessed.